Good morning, good morning, good morning. Almost good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope this day finds everybody well in all your ways. I came to chat and just to share where I am on my spiritual journey, seeking myself. And today, Spirit led me to talk about money and how we're being asked, who is our God? You see, we was given a God that in our mind was physical. But that God has not appeared. I've been here for 6 years and he hasn't come yet. My mother lived to see 77, if I'm not mistaken. And she didn't see him. I do remember my grandfather living to see, I'm not quite sure, y'all, but I think it was in his 90s. And he didn't see the physical Jesus neither. So I'm just here. I'm here to get you to understand love is all there is. And when we come here, we come in a spiritual soul contract to experience being human, to experience ourselves, to conquer fears. And we have made a lot of things our God. And we have trust the unknown. God is a spirit. It is a bright, bright light that is nothing but love, pure, divine love, like we have never experienced. But the object is to be more like God while we're here on this planet. We have been hearing all kinds of talk about the money transfer and the reset of the money. First of all, the money was just paper, but we gave value to that paper. We put the value in the paper because the paper didn't have any value. But because our thoughts and our desires, our feelings for the things that we wanted were the reason why we were able to manifest things into the physical realm. But we were programmed to see it as the money did that. But it was us, the spirit, the life force energy, whether we use it for good or we use it for bad to get the things. Because you can desire something in a bad way and you can desire something in a good way. We're being asked to trust the unknown source and not the money. This, what is happening to us, is a spiritual lesson for the collective. The collective, meaning all of our energy, manifested this money world where we trusted the money more than we trusted the source, where the money comes from. Because where did he get the paper? The paper comes from the trees. You see, everything comes from the source. What is going to happen is if we don't understand our spiritual essence and connect to the spiritual realm, we're going to have a difficult time because the power is not in the money, the power is within you. And facing the fear of not having the money. What will happen if I don't have the money? And that's a part of my journey. You see, I just keep trusting and I keep testing that fear. We're a consciousness. That's it and that's all. We're not this body. We're not this meat. We're conscious. We have this experience. God is consciousness. Intelligence. God is the love. That's all there is. And we're being tested. Two, and I'm not saying everybody got to quit their job, but I'm saying we're giving too much power to it. We have to have what we need. And if we live in love, peace and harmony, we treat people we want to be treated, and if we do unto others as we would have them do unto us, everything that we desire would come. You see, we would manifest it as within, so without, as above, so below. We are connected to the source. And if you're connected to the source, your consciousness, then the source can pick up your thoughts. And as a collective, the universe is picking up our thoughts. And our thoughts are just for things, things, and more things. And there is no vibration of love. We have a love for things, but we don't have a love for life. To have an experience with being human, to challenge us to be more like God, like the light, like love. And it's just that the struggle is real, the challenge is challenging. But no pain, no gain. And pain is the best teacher. We're going to leave everything that we accumulate here. Everything, nothing comes with us. It's just an experience. So how are we going to live this life? Chasing money, but not growing and evolving the soul. The scripture says, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? And a lot of us are losing our soul because we're trying to gain the things of the world. The things of the world is not important. When we die and we leave out of here, the spirit, the soul, the light, it goes back to the universe and it looks back at the experience that we had and what we did. Because all of this is just an experience. None of this is real. This is a play. This is a movie. We're experiencing these things. We're not challenging ourselves to face the thing, face the people, face change. You see, the money is the root to the evil. Because the more people have, the more people think they can do that doesn't line up with love. Because they're saying the money has the power. And because I have this money, we all can say, we can testify to that. People in power are not doing right with the money. See, the money is giving them the power to mistreat another when they should be loving and helping another. You see? So again, we are all being tested if the money is our God. Because if the money is your God, and have a big test, it's going to be very challenging because we're going into a new world. The government and the elites and these people in high places are not the reason we're going into the new world. They are not, but they will have you to believe that they are. But they are a part of your test. They're put in place to test you. And just like they can test us and be evil and wicked, they can test us and be loving and kind. They can. Free will, free choice to choose. So they're choosing to do it the way that they're choosing to do it. And we all can change. We all can change. Especially when we see something that's not working for the highest good of everyone involved. The money is not the power. There is no power in the paper. There is no value in the paper. It is just that, paper. We put the value in it. We put an amount to it. And we say what it means. But it really doesn't mean anything. If you do not change and understand money is currency, you see, and currency is coming from the source, you're going to be challenged. And some people will not be able to handle. They will be hurtful because they don't know how to live without that money. And this is what life is asking us to do. To not be attached to people, places, and things. Because nothing is for us. We are just spiritual creatures. We are experiencing being human. And we are supposed to test ourselves to see our strength. To see how long we can endure. How much patience we can have. Those are the things that expand our soul. The things that you cannot see. Patience, endurance, unconditional unconditional love. You see, tolerance, forgiveness. Those are the things that we must learn in order to raise this vibration so that we can feel the high. The Most High can't come save you when He gave you free will and free choice. And if the Most High could, just think about it, I think He would be here. We sign a spiritual contract, and everybody is not a soul. Everybody doesn't have a soul that's here on this planet. But again, if you look at your life and you get in the moment, you can see what you came here to do, or what is blocking you from living life to the fullest, from enduring, what is causing you things that don't line up with God, with love, with peace, with harmony, with unity. We all have to be here together. So the money was on my spirit. We're being checked. The money is going to go away. And it's not that they're doing it, but what they're doing is trying to find another way to keep power, because the universe is shifting. It is shifting so that we can understand spiritual aspect, the spiritual aspect of the money, not the physical. And so they're trying to divert us. You see, because the digital currency could be something good. If you're going to go to something different financially, and you're not going to educate the people, then that means that you're not for the people's best interest, because you can't just go from paper to something people have never experienced. So this is the diversion. You see, let me see how I can have control, because they don't know. Instead, they should be saying, let me teach them. You see, we are souls, we are sparks of light, and you can't contain a light. You cannot contain a soul. And this is what they're trying to do. Stop you from growing spiritually. Spiritually. Money is not. It is not and does not have power. The power is to do money, to live with less, or to get the money in the most lovingest, godliest, divine way possible. Because what is for you, it will come into your life if you line up with it. So there's no need